Valley Sports, Wisconsin, the heart of the fan.
Brewers baseball is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play to win. The Brewers back home in Milwaukee after a long road trip to Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. They're coming in 13-7 in the first 20 games of the season, and now they welcome in one of their division rivals, the Chicago Cubs, coming in 8-11 so far in 2022. Good evening, everyone. Sophia Minard here at American Family Field, and the Brewers are seeing the Cubs the second time around. They did go there for opening day, dropped 2 out of 3 games to the Chicago Cubs, but the Brewers have been rolling ever since then. They have gone 12-4, and they have won 5 out of their last 6 games. Looking to keeping that going as they welcome in the Chicago Cubs for a 3-game series after an off day on Monday, and then they'll be playing the Cincinnati Reds for 3. So we get you ready for this series between the Brewers and the Cubs. The Brewers are coming off of a series sweep against the Pittsburgh Pirates in Pittsburgh. They're now 6-0 against Pittsburgh. They scored 18 runs in those 3 games, including a 12-run performance, their season high on Tuesday night. Looking to keep the bats going here back at home. Meanwhile, the Cubs come in over their last 9 games. They have gone just 2-7. They did start out well on the season, however. They won 6 out of their last 10, and they're facing a very similar opponent, Kyle Hendricks, who's going to be making his 29th start against the Brewers. So the Brewers looking to keep their success going against him, and they have owned the Cubs here at home in Milwaukee. Over their last 27 games, the Brewers have gone 19-8. Last year, the Brewers won 7 out of 9 against their division rival here at home, and they scored more than 7 runs a game against Chicago here a year ago. Coming up, we'll take a look at Andrew McCutchen, who hit his first home run as a Brewer on the first pitch of the game yesterday. McCutchen swinging a hot bat for the Brewers with a .250 average. Jeff Levering and Brill Schroeder will take a look at McCutchen's success coming up next.
Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Aurora Healthcare. By Menards. Save big money at Menards on all your home improvement needs. And brought to you by your local Chevy dealers. Fans filing into American Family Field, getting you set for Cubs Brewers, second series between these two clubs. Kyle Hendricks making start number 29 in his career against the Brewers. Was great on opening day against the Crew down in Chicago. Adrian Hauser looks to get win number 2 against the boys from the South. Hi again, everybody. Along with Bill Schroeder, Jeff Levering with you. Thanks for being with us here tonight. And Rock, Andrew McCutchen, he was front and center in that entire Pittsburgh series, especially yesterday.
You can only imagine, had the designated hitter not been incorporated nationally, he might not even be on the team. But I think the Brewers got tired of watching Andrew McCutchen hit line drives and steal bases against them, so they bring him along. So in that game yesterday, McCutchen with all 3 RBIs, he led off the game with a leadoff homer and then the big base hit to score a couple of runs. I mean, this guy at 35 years old doesn't seem to be slowing down at all. I mean, the primary designated hitter, there you see the home run, but he can steal you a base. He stole his 200th base earlier this week. He's got 3 this year, and certainly Andrew McCutchen showing no signs of slowing down, and good to have him in the middle of this order for the Brewers.
Andrew McCutchen, not just his production on the field, but in the clubhouse as well. Brewers trying to keep their faces smiling for the weekend series against the Cubs. It's Brewers Cubs take 2 in Milwaukee. Brewers and Chicago Cubs with Adrian Hauser on the mound, looking to win his 2nd consecutive start. Got a victory against the Phillies last weekend in Philadelphia. Chicago Cubs have fallen on some hard times here on this most recent road trip to Atlanta. Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minter, Jeff Levering with you from American Family Field. Brewers starting a 6-game homestand here tonight, with the Reds coming in at the beginning part of next week. David Ross and his Cubs coming into play today at 8-11. Lost a 4-game series against the Pittsburgh Pirates last weekend down in Chicago. and then took on the Atlanta Braves most recently. Had a night game last night down in Atlanta. His starting lineup today brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. It's Ortega, Villar, and Contreras at the top. One of the hottest hitters in baseball is Ian Happ. He's in the cleanup spot. Suzuki bats 5th. Rivas makes the start at 1st. Patrick Wisdom bats 7th. Jason Hayward in the number 8 spot. Nico Horner is the shortstop, batting 9th against Adrian Hauser in that super sinker.
Yeah, he is. He was really good his last time out against the Phillies. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, and a victory against the Phillies. Making career start number 6 against the Cubs. Currently 1-2, 10 games, 5 starts for Adrian Hauser. You see his numbers overall: a .352 earned run average. You know, the sinker, curveball, changeup specialist out on the mound for the Brewers tonight.
It's a good matchup for Adrian Hauser against a team that likes to hit the ball on the ground. Opens up with strike 1, and we're underway. Rafael Ortega in the leadoff spot, does a ton of walking this year. This whole Cubs team, as we saw in the first 3 games of this season, Rock, very patient at the plate.
And they do a pretty good job putting the ball in play as well. I mean, they will attack early, but you got to throw them strikes.
Routine ground ball to second base. 1 up and 1 down for the Brewers. Right-hander Adrian Hauser. We'll check out the defense behind Adrian.
Defense has been really good as of late for the Brewers. You got Christian Yelich in left, Lorenzo Cain in center, Hunter Renfroe out and right. You got Peterson, Adames, Juan Tellez on the right side, and Omar Narvaez back behind home plate tonight.
Man calling the balls and strikes is a crew chief Jerry Lane. Hunter Wendelstedt is over at first. Chad Whitson at second base, and Edwin Moscoso is in the rocking chair at third. So 1 away for Jonathan Villar, the switch hitting infielder, playing at second base today.
There'll be 5 Cubs hitters batting from the left side, including a couple of switch hitters against Adrian Hauser tonight.
Used to be the kryptonite for Adrian Hauser, but he's found a way to combat these left-handed hitters, using more 4-seam fastballs, more curveballs.
Changeup, he just got Ortega on a ground ball to second. Not just the sinker anymore, he's throwing them all.
Really coming into his own, Adrian Hauser. Brewers really like what they've seen from him. And until his start last time out, the Brewers just hadn't scored any runs for him. First 2 starts, Brewers scored a combined 1 run for Hauser.
In that Brandon Woodruff spot in the rotation. And Woody had that problem a year ago. Boy, but the starting rotation has been money last couple times through that rotation.
First time through a glorified final spring training start is what it felt like. And everybody has just taken the bull by the horns ever since. Burns has been sensational. Woodruff, save for his last appearance against the Pirates, which wasn't bad, just gave up a couple of runs. Eric Lauer on Sunday Night Baseball.
Freddie outstanding yesterday.
7 strikeouts for Freddie Peralta, new season high for him. That's strike 3 called.
Yeah, that comeback 2-seamer getting Jonathan Villar on strikes. Maybe a little bit off the edge at 97 miles an hour. How about Adrian Hauser reaching back and getting a little extra? Jerry Lane a little bit generous on that inside corner.
Went to the 4-seamer that did Adrian Hauser. Now it's Wilson Contreras. 2 up, 2 down. Contreras hitting .242 in the early going this year. Still does a really good job of getting on base, drawing walks, of course, taking his fair share of pitches off his body as well. Opens up with ball 1.
As you talked about, this could be a pretty good matchup for Adrian Hauser. The Cubs had a lot of ground balls. 51% of the balls in play, ground balls by the Cubs. You know, Adrian Hauser, he does induce a lot of grounders.
Pound that bottom portion of the zone. Popped him up, foul territory. Hauser can't make the play. Had a beat on it, but couldn't catch it.
Man, good effort. Really, the only guy that had a shot at it was Hauser off the mound, bouncing off that mound. Thought he was going to be able to get there. I think he thought he had in his glove. Just flat missed it. Right off the fingers.
Hauser going to take his time to get back out to the mound after that sprint back towards the dugout. Had plenty of room. Craig Counsell doesn't seem too concerned that he dropped it. 1-2 on Contreras. Trying to get that heartbeat regulated. Two coming back. He's missed with back-to-back sliders.
Brewers like to pound Contreras inside, and he takes exception to anything that's even close. Yeah, to him, that's part of his game. A little intimidation factor, and last two pitches way off the outside corner.
Let's see where they go here. Going back in. And a swing and a tapper foul. Good sinker by Adrian Hauser.
He's got good movement on that pitch.
A couple of long at bats with Jonathan Villar first before he got him on a strikeout. This will be the 7th pitch to Wilson Contreras. And he walked him. So he had a chance to get out of the inning with that pop-up in foul territory. Instead, a 2-out walk to Wilson Contreras. And you got to deal with one of the hottest hitters in the league, Ian Happ.
Yeah, next two hitters for the Cubs have been pretty good, pretty consistent. Happ and Suzuki. Prefer to have this guy leading off the next inning.
See the numbers for Happ coming in. 333 with 11 RBIs. Slugged a couple of home runs. Single-handedly beat the Brewers on opening day. One on Happ.
Happ's really been good since last September. He's been pretty consistent since about the middle of September. Hitting over 300 in that stretch.
Check on Contreras. Huge lead. Brewers and Cubs finished up their season series last year in the month of August. August the 13th was the day after the Brewers and Cubs played for the last time. Happ was hitting 176 at that point. Went on to hit 326 after that. Last 62 games overall with 16 home runs. That's last year and this year combined. Something clicked for him at the right time.
Yeah, switch hitter, pretty good from both sides.
And now Hauser has lost his command. One thing we talk a lot about with Brandon Woodruff is the amount of foul balls that he gets. Hauser's getting a lot of foul balls in this first inning too. 8 swings, 7 fouls. Busted bat flare. And Kane is there. Inning over. Just the 2-out walk to Contreras. Brewers coming up in the bottom of the first right after this. From American Family Field, game one of this 3-game series between the Brewers and the Cubs. Brewers have seen a lot of winning here recently, won 9 of their last 11. Lost game 1 against the Philadelphia Phillies to begin the road trip, and then the trip back home. Tough loss against the Giants. Take a look at the starting lineup, brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Wong, Adames, and Yelich at the top, and McCutchen, Tellez, and Renfroe in the middle. Omar Narvaez back doing the catching. Kane batting 8th in center field. Jace Peterson is at third base against the right-handed veteran Kyle Hendricks.
Hendricks starting with 29 career against the Brewers. He's 10-7. Second start this year. Had a no decision against the Brewers on opening day at Wrigley. Pitched well, 5 1/3. Only 1 run. He's given the Brewers fits over his career. A big winner against the Pirates his last time out. 7 innings, no runs, in a 21-0 victory.
So he got some run support that day.
A little bit. 21-0.
By the time he took the mound for the 3rd time, the Cubs had a 9-0 lead. Talk about pitching with ease.
Not a lot of stress pitches for Hendricks in that outing.
Hendricks had a season-high 7 strikeouts against the Brewers on opening day. A lot of change-ups in that start. One and 2 on Colton Wong, who got hot in that Pittsburgh series. Laid down a base hit bunt and proceeded to go 5 for 10 after that in the series.
Sometimes that gets you going, doesn't it?
And that hit him. Fastball up and in, and Colton Wong gets drilled. Trying to go in there, but Colton Wong says, "Thank you very much. I'll take the 90 feet."
Yeah, no kidding. On a 0-2 pitch. Take that any day. Tried to come up and in, just got him on the back of the arm. That's not going to hurt too bad.
Looked like it got mostly jersey top as well. So man on for Willy Adames. Had that great game in the opener against the Pirates. 4 hits, couple of home runs, drove in 7. Strike 1 on Willy Adames. Only 4 hits of the series for Willie. He was scalding the ball on Wednesday. He just wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah. Brewers in that good game for Adames put up 12 runs, and that at that point you thought the Brewers offense was going to get going, but the other 2 games not so much, but they're able to pick up victories.
Come from behind victory yesterday in Pittsburgh. Trailed 2-1 going into the ninth, and then Andrew McCutchen came through for Milwaukee with the bases loaded. The Brewers offense still has yet to really hit its full stride. They've been doing a better job cashing in with runners in scoring position of late, but getting the overall men on base has been a struggle. Toss to first, and Wong is back.
But the good news is the Brewers are 13-7.
Yep.
And you figure the offense is going to get going. I mean, it's a really good offense as you look at it on paper. Just got to get going. Pitching once again carrying this Brewers ball club.
Team ERA of 3.27. Christian Yelich waiting next. Ground ball fouled outside of third. I think that's what a lot of people in the National League are talking about with the Brewers. The pitching is so good, and the fact that the club is still 6 games over 500. It's scary to think about what this team could be.
Right.
Team defense has been strong. Made 4 errors in the first 4 games of the season. They've made 4 ever since.
Yeah. It all goes with good pitching and run prevention.
That one drilled out towards right, backing up and making the catch is Suzuki.
The Cubs have been flashing the leather pretty well. You got Ian Happ in left, Jason Hayward in center, and Seiya Suzuki out in right. You got Patrick Wisdom and Alfonso Rivas on the corners. Nico Horner has not committed an error at shortstop. That's 15 starts at short. Jonathan Villar at second, and Wilson Contreras behind home plate.
Pretty stout defensive group here for Chicago. Christian Yelich at the plate. Everybody talking about the bunt that he laid down in the 9th inning yesterday in Pittsburgh to get the rally started.
Turned out to be a good move, didn't it? Yeah, 1 out, dropped down a bunt. The Brewers able to put some hits together and win the game.
It came in a pinch hit situation for him. Didn't start the game. He said afterwards that he did it all on his own. One on Yelich.
Well, you talked about how Colton Wong got hot after dropping down a bunt base hit. Maybe Yelly.
That's what he's hoping for. It kind of harken back to that game against the Cardinals last year in August when Christian laid down the base hit bunt to drive in the go-ahead run in extra innings.
Yeah.
Whole team got hot after that. There goes Wong. It's down and away. Throw down to second base. Not in time. Wong swipes second. Great jump.
And normally Hendricks holds runners pretty well. Contreras with a good arm, but sometimes it takes a while to get rid of it. And Colton with the good lead, a terrific jump, and able to steal that one easily. A short hop throw to second base. No problem.
Scoring position for Yelich. Fly ball foul. 2-2.
Tyler Hendricks does not throw hard. That's an understatement. 87, 88, maybe 89 every now and again. And good arsenal of all speed pitches, you know, curveballs, cutters, changeups.
Sprinkles that curveball in a little bit more often these days. He was basically fastball changeup first couple of years in the big leagues. Curveball's a good pitch for him.
Yeah, not too many curveballs. I see sinkers and changeups. You throw that sinker fastball combination. That's kind of the same pitch.
Slow, slower, slowest.
Yeah. Wait back.
It's interesting when you look at just the four-seam fastball. He has yet to allow a base hit on just a four-seam fastball this year. And that's called for ball 4. Very close pitch, and Hendricks doesn't say much. Had his arms up at Jerry Lane.
Yeah, Jerry Lane, veteran umpire behind home plate. Yeah, he rung up Jonathan Vera on a pitch that looked like it was in off the inside corner. This pitch clearly a strike, right on the edge, down at the knees, and just didn't get the call.
Heard David Ross and saw his lips moving. That's down. That's what Jerry Lane said. Kyle Hendricks back to work now with 2 men on. Yesterday's hero Andrew McCutchen takes ball 1. Raised his average up to 250 with 3 hits yesterday, including his first home run as a Brewer on the first pitch of the game.
Got the first hit and the last hit yesterday for the Brewers.
Take a look at that home run yesterday. Powerball home run from Andrew McCutchen, his first. Then Gamble lost his glove into the front row.
And one of the few mistakes that Jose Quintana made yesterday, a first pitch fastball to McCutchen.
Change up there by Hendricks to get out in front. It's amazing what Jose Quintana has been able to do against the Brewers.
Yeah, no kidding.
Doesn't matter the jersey that he wears. Could be a Cubs jersey, a White Sox jersey, a Giants jersey last year.
He's got a terrific changeup as well, just like Hendricks.
Ground ball, double play ball. Horner to Villar. It is 2. They go 6-4-3, and the Brewers' threat is over in inning number 1. Off and running here in Milwaukee. No score.
Here at American Family Field, no score in the second inning. Adrian Hauser coming off of his first win of the season, a quality start for him in Philadelphia. Our quick trip to the clubhouse, talking with all-star catcher Omar Narvaez, what he has seen from Hauser in his first couple of starts. Overall, says he really likes the command that he's seeing from Hauser. Says he's gotten better each time out. That's a credit to him for the work he's putting in between starts, and just sees him getting more comfortable on the mound with his rhythm, his delivery, he says, and more comfortable and confident with all of his pitches. He said command-wise, he's just not trying to be too fine, and that's especially true for the sinker. He says he's going on the mound with the mentality of being aggressive, letting the pitch go, letting the movement handle the rest, and so he says with that sinker, that's especially important and he's just taking that same mindset with the off-speed pitches. Overall in the season so far, it's been 67% fastball for him. That's not a surprise. 15% curveball, but he's done a lot of work on the slider and the changeup. Omar said that was obvious to him right away at spring training, just the improvement with the command on the slider and the changeup. And that stood out in the Philadelphia outing. 14 curveballs for him, 13 changeups, 62% of those pitches for strikes on both of those. So good to see from Adrian Hauser.
You think about how all these starters under Chris Hook, there's a pretty good pitch right there, getting Seiya Suzuki on strikes. I mean, think about all the the starters for the Brewers and the pitches they've been able to add as they've been in the big leagues. And that's not an easy thing to do. It's a big Chris Hook thing. There's a good slider off the edge, tried to hold up, couldn't. Really got to tip your hat, to Chris Hook. I mean, he's done a marvelous job. Doesn't get a lot of credit. He should get a lot more than he does.
There's Chris right there. Seeing all of these pitchers take such big strides. Not just in the minor leagues when he was a pitching coach in AA Biloxi or the roving pitching instructor in the entire minor leagues, and then when he took the reins as the big league pitching coach. All of these guys have gotten exponentially better. They were already good.
They're all adding pitches and able to incorporate them in games. And with Omar talking about setting the target for Adrian Hauser with that big movement with the sink, you don't have to be on the edges. Not with him. I mean, middle in, maybe down the middle, ends up on the inside corner. So, let the movement do its work and don't try and force it. Just an easy delivery. Let it go and let the movement do its thing.
1-1 on Rivas. We were talking about that with Aaron Ashby too. His fastball moves so much as a catcher. You almost have to sit middle,
right,
and hope it ends up on your right shin guard. Rivas continues to swing the bat well. He's going to have an extra base hit. No, he will not. Hunter Renfroe. Yeah. What a play from Renfroe.
Yeah, he's kind of the equalizer out there. I mean, that's a double for just about everybody against just about every right fielder. Rivas runs pretty well, but you do not challenge the arm of Hunter Renfroe. You just don't do it. There's a changeup from Adrian Hauser, and Rivas able to stay on it, hit it hard down the right field corner. And more times than not, this is going to be a double, but not with that throwing arm.
I mean, the accuracy to pick it like that, and on one step, essentially, one hop right to Adames. Wisdom towards left. Yelich backing up, warning track wall. And he made the catch right up against the wall for an out.
Yeah, Wisdom can't believe it. He thought he got it. I did too. He is stunned that ball didn't leave the ballpark.
Carried pretty well for just 88 in terms of the exit velocity, maybe a hair off the trademark.
Yeah, he just didn't get all of it. First pitch sinker in on him, and Yelich tracking it, never taking his eye off of it, and able to make the catch up against the wall.
Adrian Hauser liked it. That's out number 2. Yelich able to feel for that wall and make the catch. 2 down for Hayward. Swinging the bat pretty well at the early part of this season. He's yet to hit a home run. He's driven in 2.
He's still one of the best outfielders in the game. I mean, he covers a lot of ground. Those long arms, he can cut off those gaps easily. Decent throwing arm.
He's the general out there in center field tonight. And he's down to the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seen a lot of change up from Adrian Hauser in the early going of this one. Five of the first 32 pitches, and for a first time through the order, that seems like a lot.
Yeah.
And he gassed him up with a fastball up and in. 3 strikeouts for Adrian Hauser and 2 scoreless thus far. For the best coverage in the game, let's check out the T-Mobile coverage cam. Brewers with the middle of the order scheduled. Hauser able to pitch through a little bit of trouble. Just 13 pitches needed to get through the bottom portion of the order for Chicago.
Kind of dodged the bullet on that fly ball from Wisdom. Thought it was out of the ballpark, but stayed in. Dillon's able to grab it.
Maybe a home run if this game were being played down on the north side of Chicago, depending on which way the wind's blowing.
For many reasons, I'm glad we're not there.
Yes. Number 1, the roof.
Well, it was pretty nice in Milwaukee today.
It was.
Warmed up a bit.
I saw 55 on my temperature gauge.
Yeah, I mean, it was warm. It was light jacket weather out there.
May right around the corner, as in 2 days from now. It's hard to believe it's going to be May on Sunday.
No kidding. Yeah, Major League Baseball has to cut their rosters by 2. End of the month.
Tellez into right center. Hayward back, still back, watching, and it is off the top of the wall. Rowdy Tellez into second base. And I bet he's thinking, how did that ball not get out?
Yeah, just like Patrick Wisdom over there at third base right now, looking at Tellez saying, I agree with you. Here's that 2-seam fastball trying to get away from Tellez. He puts a charge into it. And hit it out into the notch out there and stayed in the ballpark.
Needed one more foot. You see Andrew McCutchen holding up 2 fingers. Rowdy Tellez has been scalding baseballs over the last 4 days. That one 103 miles an hour off the bat.
You think he likes that low pitch?
He loves it.
My goodness.
Hunter Renfroe takes a wide strike 1. Who do you think's going to be the first one to react to anything like that? Willie, look at that.
Hit the weight room.
A couple more reps. One and one on Hunter Renfroe, trying to drive in Tellez. And a squibber off the end of the bat. Renfroe's seen the ball well against Hendricks in the past, 4 for 10. including a home run and a pair of doubles.
Yeah. Got to get him hot.
A good series in Philadelphia last weekend.
All the power up and down this batting order for the Brewers. I mean, a lot of them are streaky. Hunter Renfroe has always been a streaky hitter. You just hope that, you know, half of them are hot at one time, the other half maybe not, and it flip-flops.
Renfroe spoiled that one. Tough to get everybody going at the same exact time. You'd love it.
Yeah.
Hard to do.
Well, the Cubs did one day against the Pirates. 21 runs.
On just one homer.
Yeah, right.
That's the amazing part of that whole day is that they hit just one home run.
Kyle Hendricks, the recipient of all those runs.
Popped him up. Horner squeezes for out number 1.
Hey, this April you can get free tickets at the Brewers team store. For every $50 you spend at the store, you'll get a free ticket voucher for any Monday through Thursday game in April or May. You better hurry for April, though. Take advantage while supplies last. Learn more at brewers.com/team store.
Have you cruised through the team store recently, Ron?
I have. Yeah.
So much great stuff down there.
Yeah, they have a mini team store up here on the Lowe's level.
Yep.
Have you checked it out?
It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Kind of eye it as I walk in. I went, yep, that, and 2 of those.
Really neat hats, baseball hats. Yeah. Kids are into Brewer stuff, and that's a pretty popular thing. We head to the team store around Christmas.
Yep.
Load up.
Good holiday presents for everybody.
Send them off.
Omar Narvaez had a big pinch hit single in that 9th inning rally yesterday, lifting that average up to 244 after a slow start. Omar to the right side. That'll move Tellez over to third, but there's 2 outs. Lorenzo Cain looking to find his offense.
Still doing a terrific job in center field. Still running the bases extremely well.
Looking for a big 2-out hit here against Hendricks. Back towards the middle, tough play. Horner has it, and no play. 1-0 Brewers. Had to be perfect on the exchange.
And probably a base hit for Lorenzo. Would have been close had Horner been able to keep it in his glove. He has been really good over at shortstop in the early going. I would imagine that's a base hit and an RBI for Lorenzo Cain on a high chopper over the mound. Still running well, putting the pressure on the defense.
And it will be an RBI single for Lorenzo Cain. Brewers draw first blood here in the bottom of the 2nd. Strike 1 on Jace Peterson. Started game 1 of the Pirates series on Tuesday. He drives one out towards right. Suzuki backtrack wall. Gone. 2-run blast by Jace Peterson. 3-0 Milwaukee. Just did sneak it over that fence out in deep right center.
Yep, on a fastball up and in, only 87 miles an hour. Jay's able to get enough of it. Just leaks it over that right field wall. Well, the Brewers with a couple of big 2-out hits here in the second inning.
Right off the top of the fence and out. Now Colton Wong takes strike one.
Brewers have done a pretty good job with runners in scoring position this year. I mean, they're hitting over 260.
After such a slow start in that first road trip and even the first series here at home.
The issue is they haven't had many opportunities with runners in scoring position.
Absolutely right. Wong fouls it back. Brewers jumping out in front here in the 2-out run scoring ability from this team. Remember, it was the opposing teams early on in the season that were scoring a bunch of runs with 2 outs. Different story over the last 10 days. Still 1-2 on Wong. Going back to 2021, the last 3 home runs for Jace Peterson, all against the Cubs.
That's why Counts has him in there, right? He knows all that.
That's right. Got to feel good for Jace Peterson. Been hitting a lot of balls hard.
Offensively, he really doesn't have a whole lot to show for it. A grinder. That's what he is.
Urias continues to be on the mend with his quad injury. Peterson and Brasso doing a good job. Wong going down the right field line. That's into the corner. Let's watch Colton run. He's going to stop at second as Suzuki gets it in quickly. 3 straight 2-out hits for the Brewers.
4 hits in an inning against Kyle Hendricks. I don't remember the last time we've seen that. He has been masterful in his career against Milwaukee. Like a changeup that was up, out over the plate. You know, Colton able to keep that bat in the hitting zone long enough. Hooks it down the line and right for a 2-out double. So 3 consecutive 2-out hits for the Crew.
Suzuki did a nice job playing that one in the corner. If it gets by the little shed down there and into the corner, Colton Wong is standing at third base with ease. Tommy Hotovy is out. Chance with the entire infield. And now a quick message from Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Willie Adames trying to keep the train on the tracks in this bottom of the second inning. Three runs already in. Another runner in scoring position for Willie. Fly to deep right first time up and pops this one up a mile high. Foul territory for Rivas. And that's the last out. Well, the Brewers get 3 in the second inning. Jace Peterson with an exclamation point. His first home run of the season. A 2-run blast. 3-0 Brew Crew. Sports betting by checking out Live on the Line, the all-news show that covers overs, unders, and everything in between. Live on the Line weekdays at 11 a.m. on Valley Sports, Wisconsin. 3-0 Brewers, and a first pitch hook dropped in there for a strike on Nico Hoerner. There's some run support for Adrian.
Good start anyway. This guy's been a hot hitter in that number 9 spot.
Stanford's product hitting .305 on the season. On base in 10 of his last 12.
This guy's had 61 plate appearances this year. 1 walk. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts is all.
A couple of guys on this Cubs team that have done an amazing job with their contact rates. Hoerner is one of them. Nick Madrigal is the other at second base. Guys just don't strike out. Check swing, and he wins, says Hunter Wendelstedt. Strikeout number 4 for Adrian Hauser.
We jinxed them.
Usually that's just free throws for opposing basketball players. Ooh.
Yeah, pretty close. Strikeout number 8 on the season for Nico Hoerner.
Brewers may have caught a break there. 1 out for Rafael Ortega. Busted his bat and grounded out to second base. A lot of DHing for Ortega this year. It takes high for ball 1. Good story. Kid who's bounced around a lot. Rockies organizations with the Cardinals for a little while. He's found a home here in Chicago. Late call for a strike. Big rip.
Good opportunity for some young players, maybe some journeymen, to get an opportunity to play in the big leagues. A retooling for the Cubs, if you will, not a rebuild, but big time retool last year.
Cubs did spend some money on Seiya Suzuki. Brought in Wade Miley, who's still fighting some injury issues in the starting rotation. Marcus Stroman. The Brewers will face in the finale on Sunday. They'll have some money coming off the books in the next couple of years. Jammed foul. Hauser's been heating up some of these Cubs bats early with that 4-seamer.
Yeah, he's got good velocity tonight. I think the Brewer players are pretty glad to be somewhat getting back to normal a little bit after that really strange travel schedule. Philadelphia back here off to Pittsburgh. It was what, 30 degrees in Pittsburgh?
It's not warm.
And now maybe a little bit of get back to a routine and some decent weather. Got the roof here.
Some normal game times too.
Yeah, maybe have them settle in a little bit. They did a good job with all that, though.
Went 5-1 on that road trip. Took 2 of 3 from the Phillies, swept the Pirates, of course. And that one roped down the right field line into the seats.
The Brewers have the 3-game series against the Cubs, then an off day on Monday. I would imagine they're going to enjoy the off day on Monday.
Yeah.
Cincinnati comes into town.
He walked Ortega on the 9th pitch of the at-bat. Second walk issued by Adrian Hauser. And Jonathan Villar gets a shot at Adrian. Yeah, minimal off days. Only 1 in the month of April. Preceded the series in Philadelphia. Schedule normalizes a little bit more, but the next 3 road trips are all 3 city trips.
Yeah, really tough first half schedule for the Brewers.
Big cut and a miss. It's up and out. After this homestand, the Brewers go to Atlanta, then Cincinnati, and down to Miami. Marlins are playing good baseball. Of course, Atlanta, the reigning champs. Good changeup right there by Hauser.
Yeah. He's getting a lot of confidence in that pitch. Just below the knees over the plate.
Looks like it's got as much action on it tonight as it's ever had.
Key to the changeup, you got to throw it over the confines of the plate. It can be down, but if it's not over the plate, you're probably not going to get a whole lot of swings on it.
Threw it again, but low. Villar tapped it foul. Jonathan Villar, very well traveled since his time here in Milwaukee. He once led the big leagues in stolen bases as a member of the Brewers.
He's had a good career, really has.
Flirted with being a 30-30 guy at one point in his career. Snap throw to first. In time. Count is full on Jonathan Villar.
That looked like the pitch that Jerry Lane rung him up on his first time up.
On the 4 strikeouts for Adrian Hauser. See if they send Ortega here. 3-2 with 1 away. He stays put, and a swing and a miss on that changeup.
Another one. Good one. Villar not looking for that. That was way off the outside corner. You see that rotation going away from Villar, way out in front of it, over the top of it, on a pitch out of the zone.
Wilson Contreras now with a runner at first and 2 outs. Drew a walk back in the first inning. Cubs on this road trip, which began in Atlanta, where Chicago lost 2 out of 3. And a first pitch strike, and a low strike at that.
And a late call as well.
Yeah. We've seen a couple of those from Jerry Lane.
Yeah.
Take a look at our pitch tracks brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
Didn't think he was going to call it, but there it is.
And that look on Wilson Contreras' face tells you everything you need to know.
Right down the middle.
Not looking for that. He's still thinking about the first pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 on Contreras. Perfect spot for that pitch.
Yeah. Almost got him to chase it.
to third, but foul. Yeah, mentioning Wilson Contreras and being in Atlanta, special moment for him too, because he got to see his brother William, who had just been brought up from AAA Gwinnett. Two had a chance to exchange the lineup cards yesterday. Hauser trying to get through this inning against Contreras. 25th pitch of the inning. Runner goes and is swinging a foul. Take a look at that moment between the two Contreras brothers. Exchanging the lineup cards and, all right, brother, we're in the big leagues together. That's a cool moment.
Meant a lot to both of them.
No doubt about it.
Why not? Good for them.
They will keep that lineup card, I'm sure. Ground ball to short. Willie Adames has it, feeds Wong, and the inning is over. 26 pitch inning for Adrian Hauser, but he puts up a 0.
Country music superstar Eric Church with special guest brothers Osborne and Parker McCullum at American Family Field on Saturday, May 28th. Get your seats now at brewers.com/church. Actually, /church. Or is it /church?
I think slash works.
I don't think I've ever seen on these promos /.
I don't think there is a backslash.
I think it's /church.
Yeah.
We got to work on that. That's the thing about these iPads. You can't edit. You can't edit.
We can't take pen to paper on the iPad.
/church. Okay. Our producer, Dan Keener. Welcome back, Danny.
He's on loan just for the series. Christian Yelich leads it off. Dan's been doing a lot of Bucks basketball.
Yeah. First game tonight.
Back in the saddle.
Mm-hmm.
Yelich takes high. It's 2-0 on Christian. Drew a walk back in the first inning. 1 walk, no strikeouts for Hendricks. Adrian Hauser's got 5 strikeouts. Two and 1 on Christian.
You like the Jerry Lane strike call?
Getting used to it.
Doesn't bring the arm up, just out.
Reminds me a little of is it Ed Rapuano or Eddie Montague that just used to flash his arm out?
Yeah. Eddie Montague. Now you're going back a ways.
Yeah. He just used to flash his arm out.
Right.
To center field. Back Hayward. Warning track. Feeling for it. Catching it.
And just missed. Another fastball up. 86 miles an hour for Kyle Hendricks. A mistake that he got away with on a 3-1 pitch. Just missed it. Got under it enough to keep it in the ballpark. You know, Kyle Hendricks is one of 4 pitchers in the big leagues that has not thrown a single pitch this year over 90 miles an hour.
Still effective,
and
too.
Still very effective. Absolutely.
In today's game, especially, when velocity is so praised and so coveted, it's kind of refreshing to see guys like Kyle Hendricks or Dallas Keuchel.
It's hard to, you know, if you're a young kid, you know, in college and then in the minor leagues, you're probably not going to get much of a look if you're not throwing in the mid-90s. Kyle Hendricks has proven everybody wrong. I mean, he knows how to pitch.
Typically the only guys that will get looks with this type of velocity in the minor leagues that are on their way up are usually left-handers.
Right.
Very similar pitch to the last one. 2-2 on Andrew McCutchen.
Then he goes back into the same spot, but just pulls the string on it. 81.
Hendricks, one of only a handful of guys that more than likely will go change up to a right-handed hitter. It's that good. Don't see it very often.
Yeah, he really does need to throw that pitch to everybody because that really is his bread and butter. Fastball changeup.
Full boat on McCutchen. And a fly ball out to deep left center. Back half, still back, warning track. It is gone. Back-to-back games with a home run for McCutchen. Starting to feel good. Posing for Willy Adames.
Yeah, good to see him hitting home runs in the white and the pinstripes. 88 miles an hour up and in. He was working him inside the entire at bat. And finally on pitch number 7, able to get a hold of it and knock it into the Brewers bullpen.
Saw Brent Suter waving at home. Come on into this bullpen. And the photo shoot with Adames and Andrew McCutchen, that's starting to take place. Take hold in that Brewers dugout. That's great to see.
Yeah. Good to see these guys having fun. You know, the offense.
Tellez pops it up. Nico Horner in the shift makes the catch. 2 away.
Kyle Hendricks in his first 3 starts had only given up 1 home run. Actually, first 4 starts. 2 tonight.
Peterson in the 2nd inning, and now McCutchen here in the 3rd. Brewers having some success against Kyle Hendricks at American Family Field. Traditionally a place where he has thrown the ball well. Renfroe popped up his first time. He tried to hit that one into Lake Michigan. Got Wilson Contreras on the backswing.
Had a pretty good pitch to do it as well.
That swing on the 1-1 pitch, that's coming out of your shoes.
Yeah.
And he got him with a changeup off the outside corner. Strikeout number 1 for Hendricks, but Andrew McCutchen tacks on another run for the Brew Crew. Aurora Healthcare game reset. Adrian Hauser off to a good start. 3 scoreless innings. Has allowed just 1 base hit and struck out 5. And it's about the long ball for the Brewers again. A 2-run home run for Jace Peterson in the second inning. That made it 3-0. And then moments ago, Andrew McCutchen, his second in as many days. 4-0 Brewers.
Yeah, Brewers 3 runs coming in the second inning on a couple of 2-out hits.
And typically the magic number for the Brewers is 4. When their offense gives their pitching staff 4 runs, good things generally happen. One to Happ is outside. It's 2-1.
Adrian Hauser has been using a lot of pitches so far tonight. 62 pitches now, and working here in the 4th inning.
Now long third for him. 26 pitches in that frame. A couple of long at bats with Ortega and then Jonathan Villar before he finally got Wilson Contreras. Averaged over 8 pitches per batter. A lot of foul balls still.
And change up then fastball. That's why Ian Happ was behind that heater. He's throwing hard tonight. Last pitch 95 miles an hour.
He's about 1 or 2 miles an hour across the board on all of his pitches up. Last started against the Phillies last Saturday. And that's ball 4 on Ian Happ. Leadoff walk brings up Suzuki, and let's check out tonight's stats with Lowe's about Seiya Suzuki and what he's been able to do in the big leagues in his first turn stateside. Very patient hitter. Power is there. The Brewers saw his first ever big league home run.
Good on base percentage over 430. Nothing wrong with that. So good eye at the plate. Was named Player of the Week in the National League on April 18th.
Combine the first 10 days of the season. First one of the year. Suzuki even a ball and a strike. See the overall numbers for Suzuki. A lot of folks weren't sure how he'd adjust to the consistent velocity. I'd say he's done just fine in the first month of the season. That one hugs him a little tight.
Hey, good understanding of the strike zone. Good take that time. That take by Ian Happ on that 3-2 pitch. Pretty good take. He wanted to start that bat, but he is able to stop it.
Third walk issued by Hauser. And Suzuki drives one right center. Back is Kane. Warning track. Wall. Caught it. Back to first goes Happ.
You could tell Lorenzo was going to make that catch because he called Hunter Renfroe off. He says, I got it. There's been some pretty good contact that stayed in the ballpark tonight. That two-seamer got it down on the trademark just a little bit, and that's what kept it in the ballpark. Yeah, good high finish. Watch Lorenzo. He's going to wave off Hunter Renfroe. I got it. No problem.
Can still go get it with the best of them. Lorenzo Kane. Foul back by Rivas. Good pass at that sinker. He had a base hit to right. The only hit for Chicago. Seven out of 14 on the season for Rivas. Keeps hitting. David Ross is going to have to keep him up here.
Yeah.
Just got recalled last week.
Pretty good mix of left-handed and right-handed hitters for this Cubs offense.
Much like the Brewers, where they counter the righties and the lefties almost every single batter. Got options if you're the Cubs. Both teams all right-handed hitters on the bench. 2-1 on Rivas. Top of the fourth. Hauser, typically a master of the ground ball. He's only had 2 groundouts in the game.
It seems like the fastball's been up a little bit tonight. That last one down the middle.
A lot of four-seamers.
Yeah. Yeah, like that. Right at the top of the strike zone. 96.
Bet you when this outing is over, you're going to see a higher percentage of four-seam fastballs than sinkers when it's all said and done. And the changeup has been a big pitch too. See if they send Happ here. There he goes, 3-2. Foul back. Eighth pitch of this at bat coming up to Rivas. That's been the tail of the tape this entire game. Some long at bats against Hauser.
And okay, let's see if they go to the changeup here. It's been a good pitch for him. He's thrown a couple of changeups on 3-2 counts. Strike him out, throw him out.
Stays put, and a foul. Mid sinker. Be at least a 9-pitch at bat with Rivas. A 9-pitch walk with Ortega back in the third. And a line drive over the glove of Wong into right field. Just out of his reach. And Rivas wins the battle. 2 on with 1 out.
Another two-seamer that gets a lot of the plate. He's been getting a lot of the plate today. Which is one of the reasons why he's getting a lot of foul balls. That ball hit like a rocket. A two-seamer down the middle. That's a pretty good swing. Head down and point of contact, 93 miles an hour, and went out a lot faster than that.
And now a quick word from Feldco.
Swing into savings with 2-for-1 windows from Feldco. Feldco, improving lives one home at a time.
Call 866 for Feldco.
Well, Hauser's given up just 2 hits, both to Rivas. Guy who almost had a hit against him, a big one, was Patrick Wisdom. He's coming to the plate right now. Flight out to the wall in left, where Yelich made a nice catch. Hauser trying to find a way to get out of this 4th inning unscathed.
Ground ball will do it.
A team that hits a ton of ground balls against a guy that gets a ton of ground balls. Feels like that would be the recipe for success.
Wouldn't you think? Hasn't had a lot of ground balls today, though.
Just the 2. Looking for one right now from Wisdom. There it is, to short, Adames to second, 1 to first, 2 double play. Hauser strikes again. Ask and ye shall receive. 6, 4, 3. Adrian Hauser. Let's check out tonight's first Midwest Bank momentum changer. Just moments ago, double play ball. Tailor-made for Adamas and Wong.
On a curveball down, able to roll over on it. Got his double play. Those two do it as well as anybody. Man, Willie Adamas and Colton Wong.
How about that double play they turned in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, no kidding.
Wong diving up the middle. Little glove flip to get Ke'Bryan Hayes.
I saw it on TV.
Did you?
Nice call, by the way, on that. That was great.
Rocky.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed talking about it.
I did.
Great to have you back, partner.
Great to be back. Thank Tim Dillard for filling in. He's going to be doing some games this year.
Yeah. Tim did a nice job. You know, we started dropping some superhero references at one point. Someone laid out for a ball in foul territory. I didn't know yesterday was National Superhero Day. But it worked out well, apparently.
Superhero Day.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite superhero?
Superman.
Yeah. Pretty good.
I was always a Batman guy, though. Is he a superhero or no?
I see. There's a lot of debate around that. I think so.
Yeah.
He's just a really rich guy with a lot of cool toys.
I'm talking about the series. Adam West.
Oh, yeah. Burgess Meredith?
I'm going back a ways. Burt Ward is Robin.
Yeah. Burt Ward. Paulie from Rocky. Good call. Narvaez down on the count 1-2. We could do that for an entire game, Rock. Talk some baseball, though. A couple of home runs for the Brewers today. Also an infield single by Lorenzo Cain that got the Brewers on the board. Narvaez serves one down the line. It is a sliding attempt. Did he hang on? Yes. Nice play by Ian Happ in the corner.
Well, they had him played perfectly, didn't they? They were shading the line down the left field line and didn't have very far to go. That's a heck of a catch by Ian Happ. Sliding up against the wall, able to keep it in the glove. It's like they know where he's going to hit it.
Those spray charts, pretty useful.
Yeah.
Cain 1 for 1 with that RBI, his third RBI of the season. Playing the exact same way with the middle of the field wide open.
Pretty much straight away as you're ever going to see the infield against anybody, but they have Jason Hayward swung way around toward the gap and right. A lot of room in left center and really straight away center field.
It's almost as if they're playing him like a left-handed pull hitter in the outfield.
Yeah, but shallow in center.
Three and one on Cain. And he walked him. Second walk issued by Kyle Hendricks. Jace Peterson coming up. Let's take a look at tonight's StatCast powered by Google Cloud. It's his home run back in the second inning. First one of the season for him.
A 2-out, 2-run home run from your number 9 hitter. Those are killers for the opposition. Pulled those hands in, able to barrel it up.
Hit it right off the top of the fence, and it trickled out. 5 straight out of the zone from Kyle Hendricks. That's a rarity. Mentioned the Brewers, when they score 4 runs, typically means good things. They are 10-1 when they score 4 runs or more in a game.
Yeah, that's not that many, is it? That's how good the pitching's been.
Now 2-0, and Contreras going to walk the ball out. Tommy Hotovy's going to make a trip out to chat with Kyle Hendricks too. No one stirring in that bullpen for Chicago.
And the first 2 pitches to Jace Peterson really haven't been close. Way up out of the zone. Missing badly. Still nothing doing in that Cubs bullpen.
Conversation complete. Stark contrast for Kyle Hendricks here tonight. So many swing and miss against the Brewers on opening day. Had 17 whiffs on opening day, only 5 tonight.
That command just hasn't been there as it was on opening day at Wrigley. I mean, missing off the plate. He knows he can't miss down the middle of the plate. Usually on the edges.
Tossed to first. Kane was leaning a little bit.
I think Lorenzo wants to run.
A nice lead over there at first. Rivas holds. And a wide strike on the changeup.
He has been consistent in the big zone today.
Yes. And a swing and a miss at the changeup. Just the second strikeout for Hendricks. And Colton Wong's had a ton of success against Kyle Hendricks. And for more on that, here's Sophia.
Thanks, Jeff. We'll take a look at tonight's advanced stat brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. There's a look at Colton Wong, 18 hits off of Kyle Hendricks, and that is the most career hits off any player in the majors against Kyle Hendricks. Overall, that average over 354 for him. Does have 1 home run off of him. Faced him on opening day, went 1 for 3 for a single. When I talked to Colton before the game, he said, man, I kind of missed some pitches against him on opening day. When I asked him about his approach against Hendricks, why he feels he sees him so well, he said that just the familiarity, being in the NL Central for so long, seeing it as many times as he had. He says he always goes up there thinking, look for something up, something off speed, and then try to get it opposite field or center field, thinking up the middle. And in that previous at-bat, he fouled off 3 different pitches, changeup, fastball, curveball, finally connected on another changeup for that double.
18 hits against Hendricks for Wong, and he pops this one up. Wisdom makes the catch, and Wong will have to wait another opportunity to pick up hit number 19. 4-0 through 4. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by your local Wisconsin Toyota dealer. Toyota, let's go places. By Cousin Subs, believe in better. And by West Bend, the silver lining. A couple of home runs for the Brewers offense today. And Adrian Hauser with 4 scoreless. Start the top of the 5th inning of game 1 of this 3-game weekend series between the Brewers and the Cubs. 8-9-1 scheduled against Hauser in this 5th. 81 pitches for Adrian Hauser. Hauser's only had really 1 quick inning. That was the 2nd. 13 pitch frame. There's been at least 1 man on base against him in every inning.
Yep, 3 of the first 4 innings. He's thrown at least 20 pitches, which is unusual for a sinker bowler. You figure you get some outs early in counts with grounders.
Ground ball. Right to Jace Peterson in the shift. 1 up, 1 down.
He's got to ask for it. We asked for a double play. We asked for a ground ball here.
What else should we ask for?
A couple of grand slams.
Nothing else? That's all you want?
You're talking just baseball, right?
Yeah, sure. With food items. Bacon on a stick.
We had Chef Lard come in and ask us if we wanted some treats, and kind of said we're good tonight.
Yeah, we both declined, but we accepted for tomorrow.
Yeah, I said that's tonight, not tomorrow. Come on back. He's a good man, Chef Lard.
Good looking slider right there by Hauser. Yeah, everybody takes such great care of us here. And everybody at the ballpark, too.
Yep, Lorraine and James in the press dining room. Good to have them back again this year. Good to have things back to normal a bit.
Yeah. One almost hit the grass.
Nice pick by Omar.
Warner struck out for just the 8th time all season back in the 3rd. Got rung up on a check swing. And that's strike 3. Gets rung up there. 6th strikeout.
That pitch was down below the knees, but it's been a strike all night. David Ross wants to say something, but thinks better of it.
Been there for both teams.
Yeah. Hitters have to adjust. It's not going to change.
Now Ortega looking for his first 3 up and 3 down inning. Adrian Hauser falls behind. Asking for help, didn't go. Hauser creeping up on a new season high in pitches. That's line to right. Renfroe right in his tracks. Framed it. 3 up, 3 down inning. We're halfway through. Milwaukee Brewers up 4-0. Bottom half of inning number 5. Time now for tonight's All-State Mayhem moment. Comes from Wednesday. Check this double play out. Colton Wong to Willie Adames. Doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, goodness. Flip it out of the glove. A perfect flip to Willie Adames, who finishes the double play. You turn a base hit, bunch of men on base to 2 outs. Got him easily at first.
On one of the coldest nights in Major League Baseball, able to have the reactions to make a play like that. That was sensational. And making a dive on the hard dirt like that on a night as cold as it was,
yeah,
not comfortable.
And when these guys are in the middle of competition, they don't think about any of that stuff. You know, the cold, the atmosphere, you know, the fans. When they're in a game and they get a play like that, they are just so locked in and focused that nothing else really matters.
In a situation like that, you feel the cold, but not when you're in the heat of the moment.
No, you don't think about it, and it really doesn't affect you a whole lot. Plus, you know, Jeff, they are young.
Also true.
The cold doesn't affect them as much as maybe as you get a little older.
Or if you're just sitting and not doing anything in a broadcast booth.
Things seem to, you know, tighten up and stiffen up in the cold.
Yeah. Part of the order due for Hendricks in this 5th. And there's a bullet into left center field for Willie Adames. Extra bases to start this inning. How many will it be? Adames stops at second base. Smart decision for Willie.
And a good idea to lead off the inning with a double. You don't want to get thrown out at third. Another mistake by Kyle Hendricks. That fastball middle in, and he knew it as soon as Adames made contact. That was good. Good contact, and rips it off the wall. For a leadoff double. Time for some add-on runs for the Crew.
Already up 4-0. 3 of their 4 runs have come via the homer. Time called as Wilson Contreras puts the speaker system back in the helmet, the pitch comm system. Or at least that's what it seemed like. The Cubs haven't really been using the pitch comm system, however. Yelich, deep right center field. Did he get all of this one? You bet he did. Off the scoreboard. Yelich home run number 2. He just missed in the 3rd and missed none of that one.
And he knew as soon as he hit it, that was gone. It was a changeup right down the middle of the plate. 111 miles an hour off the bat. There's a changeup up in the zone. See you later. His first home run came on a changeup. That was a grand slam, that first home run.
This 2-run shot traveled 442 feet for Christian Yelich. McCutchen hit a home run his last time up. And it takes outside, and a thing of beauty here. All Hayward did was watch it.
Had that sound, didn't it?
Maybe all he needed to do was lay down a bunt.
Yeah, something to it.
McCutcheon goes the other way to right. Suzuki right at the wall makes the catch. Brewers making some loud contact here against Hendricks, third time through.
Something we have not seen against Kyle Hendricks over the years. Getting a lot of the plate right there. I mean, outer half. Kutch goes right with it. Nearly hits it out the right.
Time called as Contreras goes out, and he's buying some time for Daniel Norris. Just started throwing in that bullpen for Chicago with Tellez at the plate. 85 pitches for Hendricks. 3 home runs allowed. And now a quick word from Eagle River, Wisconsin. Just as we're about ready to get going, Hendricks against Rowdy Tellez, here comes David Ross to make a pitching change. Bought about 5 or 6 extra tosses from Norris, and he'll get Rowdy Tellez. The Brewers with another blast from Christian Yelich, a 2-run shot. It sends Hendricks to the clubhouse. 6-0 Brewers. Milwaukee Brewers baseball on Valley Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Play to win. Majestically flying off the scoreboard on that home run for Christian Yelich, going up top. Second home run of the season for Christian Yelich. And the Cubs have gone to the bullpen, bringing in left-hander Daniel Norris to face Rowdy Tellez.
I saw him a couple of times at Wrigley Field in that opening series. 2 left-handers down in that bullpen. 5 appearances now for Norris at .506 ERA. That's given up the 1 home run, 6 strikeouts, and 1 walk for former Brewer Daniel Norris.
And Rowdy takes a slider for strike 1.
Last outing for Norris came on the 20th against Tampa. Inning in 2/3 scoreless. That included 3 punch-outs.
Tellez couldn't hold up on the check swing. One out and 2 in this bottom of the 5th for the Brewers. on Kyle Hendricks. It's the 8th time in his career he's allowed 3 or more home runs in one game. It's the first time that the Brewers have done it against him.
Yeah. Came into the game having only allowed 1 homer in 4 starts.
Rowdy able to hold up on that check swing. No appeal either. And Tellez took a called 3rd strike. Fastball from Norris.
Busy fastball slider for Norris. He got Rowdy on the pitch right at the knees. 91 miles an hour, not overpowering.
Hunter Renfroe gets the lefty now. Amazing look at Hendricks' numbers. It's the 3rd time he's gone 4 1/3 innings or fewer this year. He had the 1 start of 7 innings against Pittsburgh when he got all the run support. 21-0 victory, and then on opening day against the Brewers, 5 1/3. Tactician.
Well, usually is in good control of his pitch count. Just didn't have it tonight. I mean, he just didn't have the command. He wasn't on the edges. He'd miss off the plate or get too much of the play. That's when the Brewers were able to take advantage and hit the homers.
Renfroe swings through that changeup.
And when you barely touch 90 miles an hour, I mean, you got to be on the edge. You got to be down. He was not tonight.
Brewers enjoying a little home cooking here at American Family Field. Renfroe to right center. Suzuki back at the track. It is gone for Renfroe. Fourth home run of the game for the Crew.
Second time we've seen Hunter Renfroe go to right field. Not something he does a whole lot of in his career, but that pitch out over the plate, up in the zone, 92 miles an hour, and rides it on out of here to right. An oppo shot.
Did it in Philadelphia. That was last Saturday. 6 days later, goes the opposite way against the Cubs. Good looking swing, and if Hunter Renfroe continues to do that in this ballpark, he's going to have a really good season.
Yeah, I mean, you will get rewarded by good contact to the opposite field here at American Family Field.
Starting to heat up. 3 homers now for Renfroe, new season high in home runs in a game for the Brewers.
You know what he's thinking? He started out in San Diego. That's an out in San Diego. Probably Fenway Park as well.
No doubt about it. Just thinking the same thing. Fouled off of Narvaez's front foot.
Brewers are really doing a good job with 2 strikes tonight. 5 of 8 hits have come with 2 strikes.
No Hoping loosening in that Brewers bullpen. Either Hauser's going to go out for the 6th at 91 pitches.
Well,
And face the middle of the order. Getting 7 runs of support today. And a wave and a miss at the slider from Omar Narvaez. Well, the Brewers been playing a long ball today. First it was Jace Peterson, then McCutchen, Christian Yelich joining the party, and then Renfroe the other way. 7 spot for the Brew Crew through 5.
The Brewers and the Reds on Star Wars night, presented by Wintrust, Wisconsin's bank, this Wednesday, May 4th. With a special ticket package, you get a Brewers Yoda t-shirt and a seat for the game. Get yours now at brewers.com/theme nights.
Is the force going to be strong with you on the 4th, Rocky?
May the 4th
Yeah,
be with you.
and also with you.
Nice moment on the scoreboard.
Very cool.
Julian. I met Julian. Julian, a Navy veteran in World War II, was on the honor flight. What a great group of people, those folks that put together the honor flight. Karen Rolke and that group did a tremendous job. But Julian's 95 years old here at the ballpark tonight. He was honored on the scoreboard.
Sent a note out to a gentleman who was celebrating his 105th birthday a couple of days ago.
Wow, nice.
We just had a flight this last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Stars and Stripes honor flight.
Julian Plaster, his name.
Ground ball to first.
World War II veteran. They say our country's greatest generation. World War II vets. They're all great.
Yes, sir.
All of our veterans.
One of the most humbling experiences, the honor flight being part of it.
There are a lot of very worthy and great military charities. That's one that you should really look into. The Stars and Stripes honor flight.
Wills Contreras hits.
You know, I had his age wrong. He's not 95, he's 98.
I don't think he'd be too mad at the 3 years.
I just wanted to get it correct. 98 years old. Wow. Good for him.
Contreras, a BB foul. Diving effort, no! Almost. Shake it off, young fella. Watch this effort. Almost. got to get that glove down a little bit. Oh, he's going to be thinking about that for a while.
Yeah. Good effort, though.
This one popped up. Hauser's going to have a shot, and he catches that one with 2 hands and looks right into the dugout.
I got this one. In on the hands of Contreras that time. Eats him up.
It's the second time that Contreras had popped the ball up like that and foul ground to Hauser. He dropped the first one in the first inning. Secured that catch. A little easier this time. Watch this reaction. Yeah. You laugh about it when you're up 7-0.
Yeah. Everything's a lot more fun.
Happ, a ground ball on one hop. Wong dropped it, throws to first. Not going to be in time. Well, he had a chance there, but the exchange between glove and hand, and
well, you gotta, really give kudos to Ian Happ. I mean, he was running hard down the line the whole time. Didn't give up on the play. Colton dropped it, and that's what cost him the out. Playing deep out there, short right field, not able to hold on to it. We'll see how they score that one.
Not to make a ruling yet, and that's a play that Colton makes 999 times out of 1,000.
Yeah.
And it is an error on Colton Wong. Suzuki who fly to deep center. Back in the 4th inning, 3rd time up against Adrian Hauser, looking to finish this outing strong. Strike 2 got that edge somehow. It's been there all day.
Edge is a little wide tonight.
Going back out there. Out to Renfroe, and it's 6 scoreless for Adrian Hauser. What an effort from the Brewers righty.
Family Field, Adrian Hauser threw 6 scoreless innings, a 2-hit shutout for him. The Brewers have a 7-0 lead on 4 home runs, and you can round up to the nearest dollar and support the Brewers Company Foundation with your purchase at any of the Brewers team stores here at American Family Field. Your change helps change the lives of kids and family in need, so always a great opportunity, Jeff and Rock, to support BCF.
Always round up. No doubt about that. Thank you, Sophia. And the pitcher in there for the Chicago Cubs in this bottom half of the 6th inning. It is Mark Leiter Jr., son of Mark Leiter, nephew of Al Leiter.
Okay. Recently called up, I think it was yesterday or the day before, one of the two. He's made 3 starts this year, big earned run average. He's given up 10 hits and 9 in the 3rd innings, a couple of homers. Let's see if the Brewers, can add on.
31-year-old Mark Leiter Jr. Opens up with ball 1. He's a New Jersey guy. Rock, Tom's River.
Yeah. Down by the shore.
Maybe not the most famous guy to come out of Tom's River. I think that's Todd Frazier.
Yeah, right.
The Tom's River Little League team that won the Little League World Series. It's the only reason I know about Tom's River, New Jersey. This one served towards the middle. Tough play. VR. Base hit. And Lorenzo Cain running halfway up the right field line.
And Lorenzo with a couple of infield hits today. He'll take them. Makes up for all those line drives. Tough play for Jonathan VR. Just not able to get enough one to throw. Lorenzo beats it easily at first.
Bench loves it. Jace Peterson, a homer and a strikeout today against the starter Hendricks. Starting to see some balls fall for him.
He hit the balls hard early in the season. Nothing to show for it.
It's always a tough sell when you say that, oh, they all even out, right? It's a hard feeling.
Hittles will never tell you that.
No.
But he has hit some balls hard that have not resulted in base hits. And that's really no consolation to a hitter. Hitting coaches like it. They'll tell you good contact, good at bat. All the hitter thinks is an offer. That's what makes this game so mentally difficult. You do everything right and you end up making it out.
The strength of a baseball player's mind space.
There's so much negativity that can filter into that head. He's got to figure out a way to keep it out. Stay positive. You got to have a short memory, good or bad for that matter.
Peterson strikes out. Good changeup there by Leiter.
He struck out on the changeup his last time out. Last time up against Hendricks. Has not been able to pick that pitch up very well tonight. Way out in front of it.
Pitch Tracks brought to you by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Colton Wong. Doubled. He's been hit by a pitch and he's popped up. He's also stolen a base today. Traditionally a slow starter, Wong. The month of April has not been as kind to him over the course of his career. Calendar's getting close to changing.
Yeah, we saw that last year. Got off to a slow start, had some injuries, the obliques. On and off the injured list. And then once he got healthy again, boy, he took off.
Mainstay at the top of the lineup and some real firepower up there. We're high in home runs, bunch of leadoff homers. Gold Glove finalist last year. Brewers looking for their 4th straight win. Would be their 6th in their last 7 games. Just that one loss against the Giants. There's a strikeout on a cutter from Leiter.
And a pretty good pitch right there, right under the hands of Wong. That cutter at 84 miles an hour. Looked like a tumbler right there.
Looked a little like a splitter.
Yeah, kind of a fosh.
A fosh? I don't think I've ever heard that term.
Cross between a splitter and a changeup. Kind of like the Vulcan change.
Okay.
Never heard that, huh?
I haven't heard fosh.
Maybe go back about 30 years, maybe. You never know. You might pick it up.
We'll get back in my DeLorean and let you know how that works out.
I forget who used to throw that. I think it was a Brewer. I'm not sure how we're going to have Dom Catronio look that up.
He's asking for a correct spelling on the word fosh.
F-O-S-H.
You sure there's not a C in there?
I don't know.
Rocky's right. Oh, look at this. We got all kinds of grips and how to throw it. It's not that I didn't believe you.
If anybody can find it, it'd be Dom.
That's also true.
Yeah.
The wizard to our left. Dom has popped that one up. Had a hanger to do some damage with. You just never know what you're going to learn when you come to the ballpark every day. And today I learned about a new pitch, the fosh.
It's not a new pitch. It's just a new name.
It's new to me.
Okay. Is he on it? Is he going to get it before the end of the inning?
I think we're going to have a full rundown on it, at least in the top of the 7th. We'll have articles. We'll have encyclopedia references.
Pictures.
Heck, we might even have video images on it. It's a swing and a miss.
All right, yeah, go back to Baltimore. I said it.
All right.
Video
7-0 Brewers as we go to the 7th.
I remember Thomas Edison.
Game reset. Friday night here at American Family Field. Adrian Hauser, 101 pitches, 6 strikeouts in 6 scoreless innings. And the Brewers bringing the bats. 4 home runs. Jace Peterson, a 2-run shot. Andrew McCutchen, a solo homer. Christian Yelich, a 2-run blast, 442 feet away. And then Hunter Renfroe with the exclamation point. Part of a 3-run 5th inning, his 3rd home run as a Brewer. 7-0 is what it all adds up to as we head to the 7th. The opening game of this 3-game series between the Brewers and our Gruber Law Office's one call, that's all called to the pen, brings in Hobie Milner.
8th appearance for Hobie Milner, and a really good earned run average of 150. 6 innings, only 4 hits. He has been throwing a lot of strikes, only 1 walk. And last pitched yesterday at Pittsburgh, earned his 2nd win of the year. And tossed a 3-up, 3-down 8th.
2 wins. This one ground ball. Wong jump throw to first. And a good stretch by Rowdy Tellez. He tagged him just for good measure.
Guy's been a tough out today. Rivas. And good play by Colton Wong. Always seems to be able to make all the tough plays. The errors that he's made have been relatively routine grounders. Maybe a bad throw here and there, but one of these plays, I mean, he has been solid all year.
Such a high degree of difficulty on that play. Fielding, getting enough on the throw as you're in the air, picking up the target at the same time. There's a reason why he's got a gold Rawlings tab right there on his wrist plate. Might win another one before it's all said and done.
He's worked hard on his defense. I mean, an average fielder when he first came up with St. Louis. He worked at it. That was one of the best in the game.
Wisdom out towards the gap in left center. Lorenzo Cain plays it off the notch, and Wisdom's got the first extra base hit of the game for the Chicago Cubs. Well, special moment before the game today as the Brewers honored the national champion Wisconsin volleyball team. First ever national championship for the volleyball program. First pitch strike, and they were just jumping around with the rest of the crowd up in Bernie's Chalet.
Very popular sport. Volleyball, college level, high school. Still hanging out with Bernie up there. You think they're going to be able to slide down the slide if a Brewer hits a homer? Or is that just Bernie?
I mean, I think they should have a slide train going if a Brewer hits a home run next half inning.
Okay.
I mean, it's the easiest way to get down from Bernie's Chalet.
It's not the way I get down.
Those stairs are a little treacherous.
The walk of shame going back down the stairs.
No, I'm not going to go down that slide.
No, it's kind of. Have you ever been up there? You have. I know you have.
I have, yeah. I've done that slide. That first turn.
Yeah.
It gets your heart pumping a little bit.
That's why it took a U-turn. walk down the stairs and the walk of shame.
Nah. You know, when they refurbished that last year, they had because the slide is now new. It used to be a yellow slide. Now it's obviously that gray slide. The first few turns for Bernie going down that slide, they hadn't really buffed it out. So he had some good exit velocity on his way down that slide.
Yeah.
And it's not like there's a bunch of brake pads down at the bottom to slow you down.
No, you got a wall.
It's a big wall. Michael Hermosillo is pinch hitting. Pretty good pitch. 2-2 on Hermosillo. Horner steps off the back of the rubber. One out double to Patrick Wisdom. Three and two on Hermosillo. Six scoreless from Adrian Hauser today. Just 2 hits, both of them by Rivas. That one line down the left field line, hooking, foul. Nice catch. Check this one out, huh? Good play.
That's why you bring your glove.
Yelich jersey out in left field. Swing and a miss. He struck him out.
Well, that brings us tonight's time of the game winner. It's old 41 in Green Bay. They call the Brewers by 10 o'clock tomorrow. They get 40 tickets to a Friday night game in the Miller Lite Beer Pen. This all for courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite. Old 41.
Old-fashioned bar, you know that, because it's got the E at the end of old.
Yeah. Is that by Highway 41 maybe?
Just a hunch.
41-43 split.
At Fond du Lac, right?
Up by Green Bay, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little further north there. Horner, a couple strikeouts today. We came into the game plotting his ability to make contact. Adrian Hauser got him twice, once looking and then a check swing that went Hauser's way. Just 9 strikeouts on the season now for Horner. That's been there all day long for Jerry Lane. Three and two on Horner. Gustave heating up in the Brewers bullpen. Check swing. They'll appeal. He didn't go this time. So it's a walk. And we're going to see a pinch hitter for Rafael Ortega. It'll be Frank Schwindel coming to the plate, and that will get Craig Counsell out of the Brewers dugout to bring in Gustave. So 4 batters for Hobie Milner. Retired 2 of them, allowed a double and a walk. And it will be Gustave time for Milwaukee. 7-0, top of the 7th. Be back in just a moment.
Visit to American Family Field with the MLB Ballpark app. Access your tickets, order concessions from your seat. Find important game day info, play Brewers bingo and more. Download MLB Ballpark today. Free for your smartphone or tablet.
Brewers go to the bullpen, and right-hander Jandel Gustave making just his 6th appearance. It's been a while since he's come into a game, Rock.
Yeah, he did not appear on the last road trip. He last pitch against the Pirates way back on the 18th. That was here at American Family Field. Tossed a scoreless 7th inning. 6th appearance overall for Gustave.
Craig Counsell kept talking about getting him into a game in Pittsburgh. As Frank Schwindel takes high and tight, but the games just didn't dictate him coming in. Craig wanted to use him on Wednesday, but it was such a close game the entire way, and Brewers got a really nice start from Aaron Ashby. No hit into the 6th. And then yesterday the Brewers had that 1-0 lead until the 7th, and then they had to come from behind and win it. Gustave trying to knock off a little rust.
Yeah, he's throwing the ball well, but you got to wonder how his command's going to be after such a long layoff.
He's 3-0 on Frank Schwindel. 7-0 lead here for the Brewers. A double by Wisdom, a walk to Horner. All on the ledger from Milner. 3-0 right down the middle. 3-1. Schwindel hitting .235, couple of home runs, driven in 9. And he just drew a walk. Stuff is there for Gustave, but now you got a bases loaded situation for Jonathan Villar.
And again, I mean, the long layoff, it's been a while for Gustave. He's just not able to find the plate. Counsell mulling over his next move.
VR, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Hits of the bases full of Cubs. There's strike one. 98 right at the knees. That gets by Narvaez back to the backstop. There's going to be a play at the plate, and Narvaez couldn't get rid of it. It's a wild pitch on Gustave, and that's how the Cubs get on the scoreboard.
They just held on to that slider a little bit too long. And had Narvaez been able to handle it, might have been close at home plate. Might have been close. Narvaez not able to keep it close, and Cubs are on the board.
So now a 6-run lead. But the thump waiting. VR fouled it into the glove of Narvaez. That run charged to Hobie Milner. Bouncer, first base side, that'll roll foul.
Gustave's got such good movement on his fastball. Has good velocity to go with it. You know, 98-mile-an-hour sinker, good movement. Just has to be able to find home plate with it.
Pitch number 10 for Gustave after he walked Schwindel. And uncorked a wild pitch with VR at the plate. And a ground ball off the mound to Willie Adames. Throws him out, and the Cubs can scratch across just one. Time to stretch in Milwaukee. Brewers all over the Cubs, 7-1. Stretch time in Milwaukee, 7-1. Brewers out in front. A pitcher on for the Chicago Cubs, repping the Carolina Mudcats here in Milwaukee. Nice. Sean Newcomb making just his second appearance as a member of a Cub after coming over from Atlanta.
Well, now that the Cubs have now used both of their lefties out of the bullpen. 2 lefties, 1 right-hander. That was Leiter, who pitched last inning. Actually, Leiter looked pretty good with 3 strikeouts. Gave up an infield hit to Lorenzo Cain. And struck out the side after that, and Newcomb on here in the 7th.
Christian Yelich will be the first man to face him. Yelich, a 2-run home run his last time up. Second home run of the season, second one here at American Family Field. And he takes strike 1. Take a look at our Powerball home run leaderboard. And Yelich finds himself right in the thick of things.
Good to see some crooked numbers up on that leaderboard. Took a while, didn't it?
It did. A lot of guys stuck on 1 for a while. Then Rowdy Tellez got reacquainted with the Pirates. 2 home runs in back-to-back days, and Willie Adames had the 2-homer game on Tuesday night.
Yeah, 2 home runs for Willie and 7 RBIs in that game.
It's a big day.
That's a pretty good week.
Yelich swings and misses at that breaking ball from Newcomb. Contreras is going to throw to first as Yelich didn't run immediately, but he strikes out. And Andrew McCutchen will hit. There's Willie. Double and a run scored today. Played such great defense over the course of this season. McCutchen homered back in the 3rd. His second in as many days for the Crew. Slipped out of the hand of Newcomb. Want to make sure we give credit where credit is due. We were talking about the Foch pitch.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
There's some guys that have been throwing it or tried to throw it recently. Kevin Gausman of the Blue Jays, Sonny Gray, Jake Odorizzi, who was a first-round pick of the Brewers way back when. Alex Cobb, who's having a nice season with the Giants. Some guys that have tried it.
So there you go. I didn't make it up.
No, I never said you made it up. I just never heard of the term. Or the grip, I guess.
You call it anything you want if you're out there in the mound, right?
Pretty much.
Right.
Like
yeah.
Eric Lauer, he names all of his pitches. His fastball's the Zoom ball.
See? I've never heard of that.
Brent Suter calls his cutter the money cutter.
The airbender.
Yeah. Even more research coming in about the Fosh as McCutchen goes the other way to right. Suzuki makes the catch. That's twice for McCutchen to the wall in right field.
Yeah, gave it another pretty good ride. This one more down the line than the last. Both of them deep, both of them on the warning track. Slider that stayed up out over the plate and went right with it. Boy, he's swinging the bat well right now.
Last two balls that McCutchen has hit out towards right field. Suzuki just right in front of the wall, able to make the catch.
Yeah.
Such a pretty swing.
You know who invented the Fosh? I guess named it that the first time. It was Mike Boddicker, one of my contemporaries.
Sure.
Baltimore Orioles back in those days, other teams. He was good. He had a good curveball, good Fosh.
Good Fosh. I think you have to say it like that. Good Fosh.
Good Fosh.
You just can't say Fosh.
You have to say it like they throw it.
Yeah.
Easy.
It's a good Fosh.
Yeah.
I hope one of the Brewers starts throwing the Fosh so we could just start saying it like that all the time. I think people will get annoyed with us. Or with me, at least.
No. No way.
Tellez draws a walk. We knew if we put Dom on the assignment that he would be up to the task. He aced it again.
Not only get a little bit of information, but every bit of information that's actually out there on the Fox.
There's Dom right here. Dom Catronio. Good man. Statistician extraordinaire.
Yeah, he's something.
An excellent play-by-play man, too. Hunter Renfroe hit his third home run in the fifth. Went the other way again. Fouls that one back from Newcomb. Newcomb, who won a World Series with the Braves last year. It's part of their starting rotation for a couple of seasons, and then they put him in the bullpen. 2019, had a down year in 2020, like a lot of people did. 32 appearances out of the bullpen last year for him. Walks have always been an issue. Command.
Yeah. It's kind of the way it is with a lot of guys, right? They have the stuff to be at this level. It's all a matter of getting ahead in the count, throwing strikes early so you don't have to throw them late.
2018 had 81 walks in 164 innings. Renfroe out towards deep right center, giving it a run. Hermosillo still back. It is gone. Hunter Renfroe's done it again. Back spun that baby out of here.
Another opposite field home run for Hunter Renfroe. Not sure they'll classify that as an opposite field homer, but it was to the right field side of center field, and boy, he's staying back nicely on a slider. Same pitch that McCutchen almost hit out of the ballpark. Boy, he's strong. Hunter Renfroe.
15th career multi-homer game for Renfroe. Brasso loves it.
And some more 2-out runs for the Brewers.
Narvaez down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Heading into the corner for Narvaez. He's to second and will be content with 2.
And slicing down that left field line, just able to keep it fair. Pretty good effort again by Happ. Didn't really come all that close, but knowing that Narvaez is running, probably going to stay at second anyway.
Happ, who took a line drive away from Narvaez back in the 4th inning in foul territory. This one had a little bit more line drive on it from Narvaez. Now it's Kane, who's 2 for 2 with a walk, and that one nowhere near. Comes back with a breaking ball, and it's 1-1. Found that one back, and Kane trying to back leg it. Hunter Renfroe having a heck of a night. A couple of home runs for him, driven in 3. Kane fouls one away.
And 3 opposite field home runs this year for Hunter Renfroe.
And they come in bunches for the Brewers right fielder. Andrew McCutchen, a couple of grains short of 2 opposite field home runs for him. Brewers have hit 5 home runs in this game. Yelich went deep. His 2nd of the year. Kane down the 3rd baseline. That's Wisdom. And the inning is over, but Hunter Renfroe connects again. Went to right center his first time up. That was home run number 3 on the season. Moments ago, right center again. 9-1 Brew Crew through 7.
Field, the Brewers with a 9-1 lead thanks to 5 home runs here in the 8th. And another bat that they would like back in the lineup is that of infielder Luis Arias, who's on minor league rehab assignment, working his way back from a left quad injury. He's in Double-A with the Biloxi Shuckers. He's through 4 games, has 15 at-bats there. He was off yesterday, but back in the lineup tonight. Asked Craig Counsell before the game about the timeline for Arias, said he's going to continue playing with Biloxi through the weekend, and then they will reevaluate after that. Remember, the Brewers are off on Monday, and it's also on May 2nd that the rosters will shrink from 28 to 26 players. So there will be roster moves coming, but you know, the number of at-bats that they would like to get Arias to would be the same number, 20 to 30, that the rest of the position player group got in the 18-game shortened spring training. So he is getting close to that number. They want to continue to see him out on the field, rack up more at-bats. He is making a start at shortstop tonight, and that's important, Jeff and Rock, to note, because Willie Adames has started all 20 games at short. They've been using Jace Peterson and Mike Grasso at third in Arias' absence, but he is getting closer.
All great news. Thank you so much, Sophia. And for Willie Adames, his productivity continues to be as good as it was last year. He's playing every day, but I know Craig Counsell wants to give him a little bit of rest.
I don't think Willie thinks he needs it.
No, Willie wants to be out there fielding ground balls every day.
Bundle of energy.
You got to force him off the field.
Yeah, but it'd be good to get Luis Arias back and the Brewers to get back to full strength, right? Boy, they were counting on him in a big way going into spring training.
Swing and a miss by Contreras, 97, and blew it by him.
Arias had such a good year last year. Yeah, the home runs, I mean, really did a good job at third base once Willie Adames showed up. Went from shortstop over to third. Played some second.
23 home runs for Luis Arias a year ago. Brewers needed it, and they'll need it again this year. It's an interesting point Sophia brought up about the roster too, because on May 2nd you got to shrink down to 26 players again, but you can keep 14 pitchers on the roster. It was originally thought that you'd have to get to 13 and 13, but not the case, as Peterson makes the catch on the pop-up from Happ.
Five starters and 9 relievers.
Yep. Or 6 starters and 8 relievers, and count Ashby.
With Ashby, we've got both. We
yep.
got reliever and starter. Yeah.
A lot of options for Craig Counsell. I think the position player conversation is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah. Who stays, who goes?
And do the Brewers keep 14 pitchers? You don't have to, but you can. It would seem to think that they might opt for that. Have more arms available.
Well, as the season goes on, you figure your starter is going to be able to go a little deeper into games. We're talking 6, maybe 7 innings. 7's kind of a stretch these days.
These last couple of turns to the rotation, Rock, the starting pitching has been so good. That's why we haven't seen guys like Jandel Gustave or guys like Jake Cousins very much, because those starters are pitching deep in games. Seen a lot of Josh Hader and Devin Williams and Brad Boxberger. And
your winning scenario relievers, and every game has been really close. That's why a game like this, you hope it stays like this. You don't have to even think about using any of those guys. Hader did not throw in yesterday's game, so really he could pitch, I guess, but you really don't want to have to use him.
He pitched in 4 of the previous 5 games going into yesterday. So he was going to be down. The Brewers took the lead, and Devin Williams cranked it up and picked up the save.
And I know this game's not over, but how many games like this have the Brewers had this year?
Not many.
None.
Suzuki. High fly to right. Renfroe camps underneath it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jandel Gustave in the 8th. All Brewers here tonight in Milwaukee.
Back here at American Family Field where Tim Dillard is singing Buttercup in between innings. It is a 9-1 game right now, and why not? How about all the home runs by the Brewers here today? 5. How's that possible? Like to see it, though.
I think last night just kind of sparked a little something in that 9th inning, and it has spilled over into this game. Kyle Hendricks had a little less fizz in his cola than usual, and the Brewers took advantage of it. Behind Adrian Hauser, back-to-back quality starts. That's 9 quality starts by the Brewers starting staff this season. That's second in Major League Baseball.
So he was singing Buttercup and doing his homework as well, folks. You know that. Coming up on the Freighter and Medical College of Wisconsin Brewers Live post-game. We'll talk about those home runs. Adrian Hauser, hear from Craig Counsell. Sophia will have interviews on the field as well. So lots to talk about after the ball game, Jeff.
Thanks so much, Craig. We were singing up here, too. It wasn't just Tim, but we weren't doing research. We were just singing along.
We were trying to figure out how many other guys were throwing the fosh.
Fosh. Like Brasso pinch hitting. I'm a big fan now. I'm going to look for guys that are throwing the fosh changeup.
Just make it up.
Brasso, last time he saw the Cubs, hit a go-ahead home run against them down at Wrigley Field. Catapulted the Brewers to their first win of the season. Kid grew up as a Cubs fan. And Newcomb missed out there for a second inning of work. Sean Newcomb. Brasso with a solid single right back up the middle.
Yeah, good for him. Sitting on the bench, getting an opportunity, comes up with a knock. Cutter right down the middle.
Hit number 12 for the Brewers. And now a quick word from Gruber Law Offices.
Our team wishes the Milwaukee Brewers the best of luck this season. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Colton Wong today. 1 out of 3, a double and a hit by pitch. And Brewers looking for win number 14 on the season. Wong takes strike 1. Dueling lefties for tomorrow. Eric Lauer against Justin Steele.
Man, how good was Lauer in Philly? Goodness.
It's the velocity that really kind of stands out to me. Consistent throughout the entirety of the game. 13 strikeouts. But Lauer 95, 96 all night long.
Yeah, right. Amazing.
Two and one on Colton Wong. And now 3-1, and Newcomb running into some command problems. There's a ground ball to the left side. Wisdom goes to second. That's one. That's all they'll get. Colton Wong reaches on a fielder's choice. Well, tonight there was a little bit of history in Major League Baseball. Combined no-hitter by the New York Mets. Just their second no-hitter in franchise history. The first was Johan Santana against the Cardinals. Edwin Diaz came on and struck out the big three. Harper, Castellanos, and Real Muto. 5-pitcher combined no-no for the New York Mets.
Yeah, how about that? Wow, 5 pitchers. Hard to do that.
Well, Sean Newcomb's coming out. David Ross has made the move. Going to bring in a right-hander. Ethan Roberts going to come in. Brewers all over Chicago. Live on your mobile device with the Valley Sports app presented by T-Mobile. Dave Roberts, or I should say Dave Ross, goes to the right-hander. This is Ethan Roberts. That's where I got the Ross and Roberts all messed up. It's a long night.
Yeah. A good night, though, isn't it? Yeah, struck out a career high 3 batters. That was back on April 26 against Atlanta. Through an inning, you see his numbers. Off to a slow start this year. 9th appearance, earning run average just under 8. And control issues, 9 strikeouts, 5 walks.
He's got a great slider. Faces Willie Adames here. Colton Wong not being held on at first base. And Adames went after that first pitch slider. Rivas running out of room, and it's in the seats. Five-pitcher no-hitter that we were just talking about. That's a lot.
It's got to be close to a record, doesn't it? How many's the most?
I'm being told 6. 6 is the record. Been done twice.
Okay.
Mariners and Astros. 2012 by the Mariners. Probably remember the Astros one back in 2003. Billy Wagner ended that one. One rolled foul. Roy Oswalt started, only went 1 inning.
Wow. Must have been hurt.
Had to have been. Six-pitcher no-hitter. See why the Cubs like this slider from Roberts so much. It is a big breaking ball. Goes along with 95 plus.
Just not able to throw enough strikes, right? The bigger end run average. Almost 8. Fair amount of strikeouts, a lot of walks.
Two and two now on Willy Adames. Everybody in the Brewers lineup has at least 1 base hit, 12 in all for the crew. 5 home runs, a season high. Contreras knocked that one down. Slider almost has the same feel as the Freddie Peralta slider.
Big breaker. He's having a difficult time throwing it close.
This one launched to left. Back half, warning track, it is gone. 6th home run of the night for the Brew Crew. They're up by 10. Majestic home run number 5 for Willy Adames, and he can flex all he wants.
Slider that stayed in the middle part of the plate, actually middle in. Didn't break the way he wanted it. You can see that pitch ends up on the inside part of the plate, and Willie knew he got it. And making contact, looking in the dugout, and starts his trot on the 3-2 pitch.
Now Yelich. Side angle. Didn't miss it. No, no, no.
You know, they say hitting's contagious. Big time tonight. 13 hits, 5 of them dingers.
Christian Yelich has one of them. Andrew McCutchen said something the other day after the Brewers scored their dozen runs against the Pittsburgh Pirates on Tuesday. He said, listen, when everybody's hitting and you're the one guy in the lineup that's not, it's not a very good feeling. But at the same time, you want to join the party. You want to take all that stress, and you want to be a good teammate for everybody else and be as loud a cheerleader as there is.
No doubt.
Celebrate the success of your teammates.
Everybody's had teammates that, you know, when your team is really going well, that guy had a bad day and he's all slunched over in front of his locker. That's not the kind of guy you want to be. I don't think the Brewers have anybody like that on their roster.
Yelich pounds one foul.
Very competitive, but they all root for each other. Brasso roots for Peterson. Peterson roots for Mike Brasso, so on and so forth. I mean, that's the way a team operates.
And Yelich will draw the walk. And the beat goes on for Andrew McCutchen. Let's bring in Sophia for more on this offensive outburst and how the team's really enjoying the success.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, Andrew McCutchen's comments about, you know, wanting to feed off of each other. And he said when your teammates are succeeding around you, and it gets you off your own soapbox. And Craig Counsell spoke about that, you know, the connectedness of the lineup and rooting for each other. That's a very real thing, and it starts with Craig Counsell. And he spoke about the offense overall before the game. The Brewers came into tonight scoring just 3.7 runs per game in their first 20 games, 15 homers. They've obviously added on a lot here tonight with Hunter Renfroe with a multi-homer game. But he said at the end of the day, you know, your job is to win the game. And the concept of clicking on all cylinders, I think we can focus on that offensively. But he said really what that concept means is that good baseball teams find ways to win games. And that can look different night to night. He said you can find different ways to win, and we believe that we have really good players on this team that any given night, any guy can be that guy that helps you win the game. So he said that's really what it's all about. He said obviously we would like to score more runs. I'm sure he's going to be very happy with the production here tonight. But he said our pitching has been excellent. The defense has been helping us, and they've been getting enough offense to win 13 of their first 20 games so far. So that's been the good formula for the Brewers so far.
No doubt. Thank you, Sophia. Saw the note down there that this is the first time since 2019 the Brewers have hit 6 home runs in the same game. That was a 14-inning thriller in Washington. I remember that game, and I will always remember that game. Brewers hit 3 home runs in the top of the 9th inning to tie it. Busted back ground ball. Villar to second, that's 1. To first, that's a double play. And that ends it. Well, we head to the 9th. Hit Palooza here at American Family Field. Ball is jumping off the Brewers' bats here tonight. 6 home runs and commanding the lead here in the 9th inning. And Jake Cousins will go to work for just the 2nd time since the 17th of April.
Yeah, no kidding. He pitched on Monday right here against the Giants. He took the loss and threw an inning, gave up a 2-run home run. That was to Luis Gonzalez. That was in the 9th inning.
Had a long battle with Gonzalez, and he somehow kept it fair down the right field line. He's going to face Rivas, Wisdom, and then Hermosillo. And Rivas took strike one.
Speaking of good sliders.
Mike Brasso takes over at third base after he pinch hit for Jace Peterson in the 8th inning. There's that slider from Cousins. Brewers and Cubs do it again tomorrow. 6:10 first pitch. Broken back ground ball hits a short. Thomas takes his time and throws out Rivas. Eric Lauer's going to get it for the Crew against Justin Steele. Steele was awfully good against the Brewers down in Chicago in that opening weekend series. Lauer's been awfully good all season long. The strikeout to walk numbers, Rock, for Lauer is what really sticks out to me.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, 4 walks. I mean, he was really throwing hard against the Phillies. He has some of his best velocity that we have seen from him. 13 punch-outs, an amazing performance.
Sensational.
In a 1-0 victory.
Yeah, 13 punch-outs, and he got a no decision.
Yeah. Hang with him.
Some game on Sunday night in Philadelphia. Got himself out of the jam, and I think he really set the stage for himself for the rest of the season in that 5th inning. Bases loaded, 1 out with Gene Segura. Got him to pop up, and then striking out Rhys Hoskins to establish a new career high. At that time it was 10, then just kept on adding on.
Did a really good job benefiting from a very big strike zone. Used it to his advantage.
Final line from that Sunday game in Philly. Wisdom, a wave and the miss with the slider. Well, when Cousins is throwing strikes with his fastball, he can get swings like that with the slider.
Yeah, and hitters would be ahead in the count. They're not going to swing at this, but protecting the plate. I mean, that was way off the corner and in the dirt.
Hermosillo, the last chance for Chicago to extend the game. Brewers have been really doing a good job hitting home runs against this Cubs pitching staff. With the 6 tonight, the Brewers have now hit 38 home runs against the Cubs since the beginning of last year. It's the 2nd most home runs against any opponent in the National League. Braves have hit 40 against the Nationals.
Yes, well, that's one of the reasons why the Brewers had such a good season series against the Cubs last year. Cubs and Pirates took care of business.
They've got 9 against them this year alone. 3 in the finale in Chicago that Sunday, and now 6 tonight. And the Brewers are a strike away. Check swing, didn't go. Last time Hunter Wendelstedt was walking in like that on a call, he said yes.
Yep, not ready to go home yet.
Not yet. Two and 2 on Hermosillo. Check swing, ground ball hit to Rowdy Tellez. Feeds Cousins, and this one's over. 11-1 as the Brewers mash 6 home runs and take game 1 of the weekend series with the Cubs.
Well, the offense is going to get all the headlines, but once again, really good pitching by the Brewers and some guys coming out of the bullpen that don't get a whole lot of accolades. Did a pretty good job keeping the Cubs down. A good way to start this homestand.
Yeah, 6 scoreless innings from Adrian Hauser. A couple of home runs from Hunter Renfroe. All around a good night here at the ballpark for the Brewers fans. For Bill Schroeder, Sophia Minard, and our entire crew, I'm Jeff Levering saying so long. Plenty more to come with Craig and Tim on Brewers Live. It's all coming up next.